Hey, welcome back. This is Shah. I wanted to do a video on Tyrese Gibson. He's the actor from Fast and the Furious, if you guys didn't know. And he's been really getting dragged through the old family court and just getting saddled with some sweet, sweet child support. This has been going on for a while. He's put videos on Instagram. But what caught my attention recently was that he just released a new single, and it's called Love Transaction. And the lyrics in it are actually pretty good. I like the song, but it discusses some of his child support woes. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get a brief on what he's been going through, and then we're going to listen to my favorite part of the song, which has the child support lyrics. Tyrese rocked in court, $636,000 for child support and lawyer bills. When they mention lawyer bills, they're not just talking about his lawyer, because that's what he owes his lawyer. If the judge ordered it, then probably it's talking about his ex-wife's lawyer's fees, which is going to be thousands of dollars. Also, the judge made a point of saying Tyrese has been paying child support all along, just not the $10K a month the court ordered. Instead, he's been paying $2,236 a month. The $237K represents the monthly difference he owes plus interest. So they pretty much got him for arrears. He was probably paying some temporary ordered amount, and the reason for that is they probably had trouble finding out what his real income was, and it took him a long time for the court to do their discovery and the other parties, forensic investigator, to really figure it out. And I think that's pretty typical on cases where people have a lot of money, have a lot of different income streams. It's not like black and white where it's just like a guy working a job down at the county and that's all he does. So after they finally found out how much money he was making, that's when the judge went back and modified the support amount he's been paying to reflect whatever they've determined his income is and whatever the calculator says he owes.
We're hoping to accomplish shedding light on Samantha Gibson making well over $100,000 a year outside of what I make per year, and the necessary needs of the actual child are beyond met.
All right, I understand.
So what we're watching there is he's at the hearing and he's basically making a case. But if you listen to his language carefully, he's basically saying, okay, Samantha Gibson, who's his ex-wife, is making $100K a year. So he's saying she has a pretty good income for herself. Then what he's saying is that the needs of the child is being met, and he wants the court to recognize that. And the reason for that is because in California, there's the guideline calculator that child support is supposed to be legally set out, depending on what the number spits out. But a judge does have the discretion to be able to deviate from the guideline if the kid's needs are met and the person has an unusually high income. Though it doesn't seem to be something that happens very often, and it certainly didn't happen in this case. So you can see right here, the parent ordered to pay support has an extraordinarily high income, and the guideline amount would be more than the children need. So he's trying to argue that the child's needs have been met, and that $10,000 a month is way more than the child needs. So in between all of this, I think between this hearing and the next hearing, Tyrese goes back online and basically kind of has it out for the judge. He's upset with the judge and says the judge isn't really doing his job.
Every black father in the city of Atlanta to meet me in the courtroom for a prayer. I am asking Attorney Benjamin Crump, my brother, my friend, and my family, Attorney Benjamin Crump, to join me. I am asking Ambassador Andrew Young, the ex-mayor of Atlanta, and one of my nearest beloved brothers and friends, to meet me. I'm asking Martin Luther King III, my brother, to meet me in the courthouse. That's what I want. And I want this man to do exactly what he's there to do on that bench, according to the law. That's all.
So you can see he's doing his best to get a sit-in in the courtroom with some civil disobedience style protesting going on there, and he's basically accusing the judge of not following the law. And it's technically the judge is following the law. He's probably ordering guideline support based off of the forensic analysis of his true income. However, I think Tyrese is probably banking it on that little rule that says the judge does have the discretion to deviate if he can determine that the needs of the child have already been met at a smaller amount. Now, obviously both parties are going to know about that. And typically what's going to happen is, Samantha's party, which is the ex-wife, her lawyer is going to guard against this by when they present their case, they're going to be like, hey, the child needs this, the child needs that, the child needs this. They will come up with as many expenses as possible in order to at least show that the kid needs this. I don't know whether it's for schooling or who knows, maybe it's bodyguards. It could be anything in order to argue to get the full amount. Anyways, it didn't really look like his plan worked, but the judge seemed to get kind of irritated with them after a while.
Tender Petitioner's Exhibit 57, Mr. Gibson's 2018 tax return.
No objection, Your Honor.
57 in.
If I recall your testimony correctly, Mr. Gibson, you said 2018 you were financially in, quote, shambles. Is that correct?
Yeah?
So in 2018, when you were financially in shambles, do you know how much you made that year?
I don't.
Well, according to your tax return, you made $2.221 million. It's page 32. Do you want to check on that?
See, so that's the other side's attorney, and his prior testimony is like, I'm not actually getting that much money, which is typical for anyone who's about to get hit with a child support case. He's trying to downplay it, and the other attorney just rips it apart. He's like, well, according to your tax return, it's this much. So they did the forensic investigation. They got the tax returns, and it completely contradicts what he's saying. So he's getting super frustrated.
Sir, I'm asking you because I don't do the CFO thing. Here's a question to you, smart
No,
person.
hey, that's enough. You go sit down, we're taking a break, lawyer's back now.
Listen to how this judge is talking to
If you
him.
do it again, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. You don't ask any questions. That's not how this works.
That's Tyrese Gibson, the celebrity, and it's just funny. He's in court. He's gotten brought back down to the level of the common man here. It's just insane watching that. I don't like when judges and attorneys speak like that in court. I don't think it has any place there. They're administering justice, but it does feel a little drunk on power when the judge loses. It's like why are you yelling at him, judge? Like, you got the gavel. I don't know. It seems a little overly dramatic for me and a little unnecessary. But of course, there's nothing Tyrese can do. Good luck convincing that judge to deviate from the guideline. Okay, so that brings us to his recently released single, Love Transaction. I've listened to the song. I really think you should. It's on YouTube. And I really, really like the song. He discusses a lot of tough issues. He's definitely heartbroken. And I can appreciate it for what it is. So let's listen to my favorite part.
Is this love? Ooh, is this love? Or is it just a transaction? Dragging me in and out of court, trying to take all that I've been working for. Can you justify what you say the baby needs? Don't I make sure that she has everything? 20,000 is in child support. We both know just who that money's for.
Okay, so let's go and look at the lyrics on that. I got them written down. I can't find the lyrics anywhere on Google, so I actually have to listen to the song, fully transcribe the lyrics, which I'm going to put down here in the description because it's nowhere else on the internet. I could not find it. I kept Googling Love Transaction Tyrese lyrics, but couldn't find it. So if you're looking for it, here it is. So here's my favorite part of the song. Dragging me in and out of court, trying to take all that I've been working for. Can you justify what a baby needs? Don't I make sure that she has everything? $20,000 isn't child support. we both know just who that money's for. So he's basically accusing her of, trying to extort him and get as much money as possible, not working with him. I mean, if both parties agree, they can agree to whatever amount they want. You know what I mean? But she's obviously getting the max that she can. I think it's actually $10K a month that he's paying, but since he owes back pay and arrears, since he wasn't paying $10K and now they've determined what he's actually owed for that time period, it sounds like they probably put a back pay payment on top of his ongoing monthly. So he pays $10,000 a month plus $10,000 to attack the back pay. So in that way, he's paying $20,000 a month. So that's his situation. I think his baby's young, and it's a baby, obviously. So he's going to be dealing with this for a long time, and it's a nightmare for him. This is a nightmare. Like, he can't believe his family is broken up, and now he's sitting here going through court. And it's like, you can see the way, like, he is in court. Like, he just can't believe this is happening. It's such a freaking waste of money. Like, if that family could have stayed together, there'd just be so much more there for the upbringing of that child, and the happiness of their family and their house and their nest egg. But hey, wasn't that way. So now he's living the reality of many men here today. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Definitely go check out the song. I'm going to be playing that over and over again when I'm driving. I love the sound of it. I love how it ends. And Tyrese can sing. And I got to give it to him for taking out his disappointment and anger and sadness and frustration in such a creative, peaceful way. Because there's a lot of men out there that can't figure out how to do that, and sometimes it doesn't end well. Anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about Love Transaction. If you're looking for the lyrics, it's in the description. I couldn't find it anywhere else. We'll see you on the next one.